Good morning, everybody. I hope you've had a wonderful weekend and welcome back. Today and welcome if you're new here. I hope you're all doing well. Today we're making some button shaker cards. We're making some lace samplers and some fabric swatches with fabric and lace and buttons. So the first thing you need is some thread, button cards. If you don't have button cards, you can certainly make them out of some cardstock. This is from Raindrop Lila's, I think it's her pastel haberdashery kit, but I can't be positive because it was a long time ago, so I will definitely put the link below. This is a beautiful, it's got lots of different colors, blues and pinks and purples and greens. As you can see, it's got all these colors. So similar to those, the pretty florals I'm using in my Mother's Day journal. And that's where these are gonna go. So you'll need a couple of needles, some thread, you'll need some buttons, some lace, and I'll show you what I'm going to do on the fabric cards. Those will be fun. Well, they're all fun, but. So I'm just taking a long piece of thread. I've got 2 needles here, and I'm only gonna make 2. The hardest part is choosing which 2. So I need a needle threader because these eyes are very, very small. I can barely get the threader through, but I wanted to use small ones because in the shaker card, I leave the needle in the card. I'll show you. If I can get this in the eye. It's not, I'm missing it. There it is. I wouldn't know what to do without these. Here we go. So I'm just going to choose a button. I was going to use but I'm making a shaker card, so I'm going to use some like pretty ones. These are from Angela Kerr. These mother of pearl vintage and antique buttons, but I think I'll use some of these because some have like little flowers, and they'd be great for the shaker card, if you will. So there's the blue, purple, and green. Is there a pink one in there? There's a pink one. There's a little white one. I love this one, but I saved those because I love them. There's another purple. I'll just pull out a bunch that I think will go well with both cards. These are like little flowers. Aren't they pretty? So pretty. I always save my leftover buttons from my ultimate bundles. So now I'm just going to pretend like I'm sewing a button on a card, but I'm not. I'm going to glue the button on. I think I will go with this pink one first. And I'll put the blue button first. Right at the top. Or maybe I should do the purple. So it really, well, maybe I'll put the purple down there. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm just going to sew this on like I was sewing it on, but I'm not really. I'm just stitching the button because I can't put the button on without. I'll just cut that little piece of string there. Whoops. So I was going to use silver or gold thread, but I decided to go with the white. So I've got my sewn. I'm going to go through the back just to knot it so it doesn't come on. I don't think it would with the let me just go through here again and through here and now knot it. And I'll just cut this excess thread. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue that little blue button there. Oh my gosh, it's so precious. It's like from a little baby dress, right? So sweet. I don't know if it's showing up in the camera, but it's a very, very pale blue flower with white in it. If you can see that, so pretty. So now what I'm going to do is use my Fabri-Tac, because that's thread and the button will stay on better. I'm going right over the thread and all around the button, because the person, if they want, they can use the buttons that will be inside the shaker card. So I'll put this button here. I'm wondering if I should do 2 on the card. I think I will. I think I'll do 2. Wonder if I have another light blue one. Likely I don't. Yes, I do. Yay. Whew, that was a close one. I'm going to actually do 2. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do. So I have to have enough thread here because you'll see. These are adorable. They're so fun. I made them for my Christmas journal as well, but I didn't make them on camera. But I thought in the Mother's Day journal that'd be these 3 items would be very sweet. I'm going to do some slow stitching as well, but I'll do that probably off camera because that takes me forever. I might do some on camera, but the cover will have, well, the cover, I have 2 different things I want to do for the cover, so I might use both because I can't choose. Let's just knot that, cut that, and this, and I'll glue this on here. And that way too, I mean, if you wanted to, you could write on the back of it, but you never know. You might want to write, you know, where you got the buttons from, or, you know, something about your stitching. But I'm going to put this one, I think, here to make it look like it was started, if you will. Now, I'll just let those sit for a minute while I wonder, nope, that's not gonna, I don't think I need to clip them. No, no, I'm just gonna leave them alone and let those dry, and I'll do the other one. So we've got the pink one. It's gonna be, I think it's gonna be this one. And I'll move these away because I'll do something different with those. And I'm going to sew a couple on here, and I think I'll use the pink ones. This one has 4, but it's fine. It shouldn't take too long. This is very relaxing. I could sew buttons and do slow stitching all day, but I have so much to do. I've got to do some cleaning, I'd like to go to the pool, but that's not going to happen today. I have doctor's appointments and things in the morning, so if I go out during the day tomorrow, I'll be out for a while. Drop some more things off at Good Samaritan. And that's about it for this button. So beautiful out. I was visiting with my friend Brenda this morning, and they had a snowstorm last night. A big one. Lots of snow. I mean, to the point where they had to get on, where her husband had to get on the roof and move the snow from the roof. Celeste, if you're watching, I'm sure you're very happy being in Florida. My friend Celeste is here visiting her dad and family, and I think she'll be here for a while. She's from New York. If you don't know her, she is woodland inspired, and I believe her shop is likely on vacation mode. But she has great videos, so you could always go and watch her videos. So I'll put some glue on this one. And we'll get to the shaker card. Oh, I have one more button to do, so I'll put this one here. I have some fabric covered buttons too. I was going to use those, but I decided these are closer. I'll just use these. Pretty. Oh my gosh, these button cards are so cute. Where's the other? Oh, there it is. For this one, I think what I'll do is I'm going to go up through here, and I'm going to go down through here, and I should have probably done it on the other one, which I still can. So I'm only going to do this. Oops, I need more thread. So I'm going to go up through there, down through there, like I'm sewing it onto the card, right? Now I'm going to leave the thread from the bottom. I'm not cutting it off. I'm going to glue this here. Get rid of that. Put this, I think, here. Oops. It wants to come with me. Aren't they sweet? Oh my goodness. Now I'm going to take my pen, my sewing pen here, and I am going to put it through the card like I was going to go here, like it looked like it was sewn. There we go. Now I'm going to go up through here like I'm going to put another button, but I'm not. I am going to put my needle like this and leave the needle in there, okay? Then I'm going to take a baseball card holder. I have two different types. I have these kind. My son got me these for ATC cards, but they're exactly 4 inches, and you need a little bit more than 4 because ATCs are 4x4. So he got me 2 different kinds. He got me these, which are very, you know, they kind of, they're thin, very, very thin. And you could use those for sure. Your buttons are not going to fall out because it's in there nice and tight. Or you can use these, which I love because they kind of go like this. So you can use these really well as shaker cards. You know, shaker a shaker or something, whatever you call them. So I am going to put something in the back first, which is a button card, and I will do, you just kind of open it like this. I am going to take one of these button cards and I am going to place it so this is what you see on the other side of the button card when you take it out of the pocket. And then I am going to, it's a little fiddly with these, but they hold tight. I'm going to put this button card with the buttons on it and the thread, and place that in there. Then I'm going to take a few buttons and let's see, should I use more pink ones like I was sewing on all the pink ones? I think I will. So I'm going to put a couple in there and it will be like a little shaker card. You could put other things in there as well. Let me get some more buttons. So, you know, it's like you were sewing on the buttons, but it's like a little shaker card. And it holds nice and tight closed. You could use either kind of baseball card holders, and you can get those anywhere, like even Dollar Tree. Come on, get down there. Well, it doesn't matter where you stay. Here we go. There. See? And you've got like, I mean, it doesn't really shake, but it's cute because, I don't know, it just looks like you were sewing buttons and that's where you left off, or the person left off on sewing them. And you could put more things in there. You could put little beads or whatever, and they would shake. The buttons aren't going to shake very well, but the beads will, because it's got like a little rim there now, and I don't have any beads right here. So that's how you do the button cards. For this one, I'll do it after, but you get the point. I'm going to wrap some thread around here and then place the pin, place this in. This is the other button card holder. Well, not button card holder, it could be, but they fit as well. And these are 4 by, I think these are 4 by like 6, and these are 4 by 4, I think. But see, you could definitely put them in this little plastic one as well. Ah, if I can see where the plastic is. And you can put a few in there. You don't have to put just 2. And like, you could put little beads or something in there as well. And then the buttons aren't really going to shake, but how cute, right? So just let me take those out, because I'll want to find a couple of blue ones for in there, or even this little white one, maybe this, let's see, what else do we have in here? I don't think I have any more flowers, so I'll do a purple flower in there. But I'll have to still put my needle and thread, which I have right here. Okay, so that's the first thing. We'll do the fabric swatches now, because those are fun. Do I have any more buttons hanging around? No. Let me put my needle threader away because I don't want to lose it. That would be a tragedy for me, because I can't see. Okay, so take up the strings. Now for the fabric swatches, I printed, as you can see, I printed 2 sets. See? There's 2 sets. And the reason why I did that is because I printed one set on cardstock and backed it with a digital, what do you call that? Avocado stain paper. But this one I put fabric on some sticky paper, label paper. So I'm going to peel this off, the sticky paper, but I'm going to save the sticky paper because I have to print some more on fabric. So I'm going to put this someplace where it's not going to get anything on it for when I put more fabric on it. So you just cut your fabric. I use a rotary cutter, and I cut it a little less than 8.5 and a little less than 11, just a little bit. And then I place my fabric on it, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I am going to take one of my cards, and I'll take the blue one. I'll maybe just do something different. I've got blue and pink, so I'll do the purple and this pink. So now what I'm going to do with this one is I am going to take my little scissors, because this is on fabric, and I'm going to cut my fabric pieces out. And you could use these in your slow stitch. I mean, you could use them for anything. You know, when you print on fabric, you could, you know, these little pieces are so darling. So that's going to go there. And we're going to have real pieces of fabric, and underneath will show it. And I have one more idea I just thought of. I don't know if I have a piece here, but I'm going to look. I should. In my little file right there. Because I just thought of something else we could do. I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll try. I should have brought out my longer fabric scissors. It would have taken less time. So, this piece will go. Isn't that pretty? So I guess that piece goes there. Trim it up a little bit. Right? I guess it goes like this. And I'll just do one for now, so you can see what it looks like. I don't have to do all of them. This goes there. And it says fabric swatches at the top. I'll show you a closer look if I'm not close enough. I tried to bring the camera closer. I'm going to save that, but not put it on my sticky paper, because I want to use that when I get to print, which is in 3 more days. It's terrible, but it's okay. Use what you have, which is nice. I am using a lot of things I already have printed, and I thought this would be perfect, like I said, for a Mother's Day journal. Actually, any kind of journal, but I love adding different things to my journals. This is becoming extremely eclectic. So now what I'm going to do is just take my glue and only a little bit, and I'm going to put it right along this edge of my fabric. You can use an old sheet. You can use muslin. This is bleached muslin. I believe. I actually, in all honesty, I don't know what it is. It was in with my white fabrics. So it could be like, it could be anything. And yes, it is a little bit different of a color, but that's okay. So I'm just gluing it right there on the edge, because in case the person who receives this wants to use these little fabric swatches, and I'll probably do all the cards because I just love them. Aren't they pretty? So springy. And these fabrics remind me of dresses I used to make for my girls. And that's it. That's how simple it is. And to print on fabric, like I said, 8.5, and I do iron my fabric before I put it on my paper because I don't want any threads or anything, you know, jamming the machine. You can also iron your fabric onto parchment paper and put it through that way. It's just, for me, it's so much easier to use my printing labels, my paper that I use to print labels. I just have a little piece I need to snip off right here. And then I'll show you a closer look. There, aren't they cute? And so when you do this, you have the fabric is underneath the sample. And you could take that off. And you can also use it as a journaling card. You know, that's backed with, looks like tea stain maybe. Some are backed with, that's not backed at all because I'm folding that. It could be avocado, but I think it's tea. I don't know. Pretty sure it's tea stain. It's a digital. Because I don't want my journal to be too bulky. So I'll just let that dry for a minute and then I'll do this one off camera. But it will be the same. But it's not so pretty. Right? So there's that. There's our button cards. I'll put the pin in there in a minute later. Now the lace sample card, this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to take both cards. I'm going to fold them in half. Like so, coming up to my edge. And I'm going to fold it. Now you could back these and just use, you know, each one. And these come plain, or they say fabric, they say lace, I forget what else. This just doesn't have anything on it, but it's going to be for lace. Did I get that right? Well, it's close enough for government work. Here we go. It's just the saying we used to say. There we go. That's better. So I'm going to glue this up. It's still off. Maybe I didn't cut it right. I can ink it. That just, you know, inking covers a multitude of sins. Or cutting errors for me. I should use a bone folder because I did print this on cardstock. No, it doesn't matter. No matter how I fold it, it's still off a little bit, but I can fix that. I could be here all day, right? I think I got it pretty good right now. And like I said, I did use cardstock because I was going to use both of them, but then I decided to just use the one. So I am going to get some glue. Should have tipped this upside down a long time ago. I don't think we have to glue the whole thing anyway. We probably just can get away with gluing the edges down. This is almost empty. I have to get the other one out of my closet. I ordered some, I think it was Friday when I ordered my glue sticks because I'm down to one bottle in my backup closet, and it's not coming until April 11th. I don't know why it takes so long for for the fabric tack to come. I'm just gonna glue in here just a little bit, but not where I'm gonna fold it. Just to make sure it stays closed. So we've got the fabric sample. We've got the little button shaker cards, which I love this one better because it's got the pin in it, the needle and thread. It's probably glaring. Is it glaring? I'm sorry if it is. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my ruler and I'm going to take it and I guess I'll fold it there on that line. I should be using my other mat, but I think this should work. Did it go through? Yes. So there, now somebody can write on the back. And I am just going to trim this up a little bit because I knew that was going to happen as soon as I folded it over. But that's what happens. And I'll just trim this up a little bit. These are so pretty. Oh my goodness. I have been dying to use these. I was actually going to make a sewing journal and use these, but that's why I had them printed. But I decided I'm going to use them now. I can always print them again because they are so pretty. Just getting this white off. I think I'll do the same here because that's a lot to ink. And then I'll ink it up later because inking takes forever and you don't want to sit here and watch me ink. And I actually don't know what color I'll use yet. Either the sponge sugar or maybe I'll use a darker one. I'm not sure. You could actually sew around this as well, but I'm not going to. Now I'm just going to grab some lace, which I just pulled out a few. I have some from yesterday too, because I used lace yesterday. So I'm going to use this. And I'll cut it about, I'm going to cut it a little long. I can always cut it shorter. And I just keep my lace on cardboard or cards, or my friend Celeste sent me some lace sample cards. This is pretty. It's very soft. I don't know how many pieces I have left of that, but that's pretty. This is white. I don't want it too bulky, but look at this. That's from India. But let's see what that looks like. Oh my goodness, that looks gorgeous. Okay, we're gonna use that. We're gonna use a little piece of this because I wanna see that. Oh my gosh, that looks gorgeous. I'm actually gonna go over the edge a little bit here. Maybe. Oh, that's so pretty. Let's try some of this color. Oh my goodness, so pretty. This is like a lavender. I have no idea where I got it. But it is all vintage. And let's see. maybe some of this. Yeah, because I have some lavender, I have some beige, and then I have this kind of almost gold color. So this goes this way. I can always trim it up. I want this to be a little bit shorter. I just like different lengths. I don't know why. I guess it showcases the lace better. Now for sure you could staple that. Oh, I just thought of something too. I'll put this here. I definitely want to see that. This gold. Maybe I won't use that. Maybe I'll just use this piece. I like that. Maybe I'll turn this way. And now I'll just get my stapler. I'm gonna bring this down a little bit. What do you think? Bring this up a little bit. Oh dear. I think I'll trim this. It's kind of, I'm gonna trim it up to here so we can see more of that gold. That is so pretty. And then Lydia has some labels that say lace on them, so I'm going to use those and also something else. Okay, now I need my stapler, and I'm just going to staple 2 places here. And hopefully I can grab it all. And here. Lovely. And I have these little pieces here for the lace. Or I don't know, it could be for fabric. I don't know. The little French lace labels. So I'll put one here. And I think I'll put one on the gold. Here. Now this looks plain, but I will put something there. I also have some really pretty, Lydia came out with some real pretty prayer type label, different prayer labels and things. Just a different way you can decorate that up, and somebody can still write on the back. And one second, if I could find that piece of paper. Yes, okay, this is what I was thinking for the fabric. I have this, it's a printable, but what I was thinking was, see these little prices over here? I don't know, this is just a thought. I could cut this here and pretend, because it's in French, I mean, we don't know what, you know, what the prices are, but what if we did something like this under the fabric? Or, let's see, maybe take this. Nope, still too big. Maybe cut this. Cut that off. You could play with it, but it's just an idea. I was thinking of when you lift it up, you have the price there. I'm gonna think about that. I might staple it onto the fabric, a piece of the fabric, and I might cut it down a little bit. But I don't want to get rid of all the pink or the red, whatever that color is. But I'm gonna do it. I think that looks cool. I'm just gonna do it to 2 of them. I'm gonna do one there. Where's that other little one? This, oh, that says 50. Hold on. Let me do this piece here. I don't even know if I'm cutting it straight, but it doesn't matter. I'm actually going to cut that off, and I am going to kind of just wrinkle this up a little bit and pull it back out to make it look a little bit more aged, if you will. And I'll put this one up here. I love it. Good idea. So there's an idea. If you have like a printable ledger or anything handy, you could cut that up and that would look like the cost of the fabric, right? So there we go. We have a lace sample card. Beautiful, gorgeous. Don't know what I'm going to put here yet. It could be a picture. It could be just lace, you know, something that says lace up here, or a quote, or something to do with Mother's Day or stitching. But that's beautiful. And then, actually, I think this kit comes, I'll have to look through my ephemera book. And then we have these two. This one is in the regular plastic one, and this one is in the harder plastic one. I'll probably put both in the harder plastic because they'll slide, well, both would slide in and out of a pocket really well. I'm just trying to get this so that both of them are even in there. Oh, it doesn't matter. I can play with it later. But there you go. Some button cards. Again, I'll put needle and thread in this one and probably stick it in this one because it's nice and sealed at the top. Nothing's gonna fall out. And I may put some beads in there too so it kind of shakes a little bit. So there you go. Some button cards, some fabric swatches. I'll do some more fabric swatches. And I may do another lace card. Probably will, because I have a blue one as well. I'll have to see how bulky my journal's getting. I just started doing the ephemera, so there we go for today's project. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, be well, be sweet, be kind, and God bless. Love y'all. Bye.